No.
Dulce.
So what happens if the TNC people just didn't show up? They're not here?
They're going after. They're going after.
Oh.
Yeah, so Team C is going last.
Yeah.
Sorry for the confusion.
Team C is the last team.
Yes.
Morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Deandre.
I'm Dulce.
I'm Michael.
I'm Oscar.
And this is our Lake Como project.
This is our table of contents, and these are the things that we'll talk about in our presentation.
Okay, so this is our company logo, and first off, we're a landscape architectural company. So what we do is we focus on the outdoor areas and environmental projects out the environment. Yeah. So Lake Como, what we want to do at Lake Como is we want to fix the lakefront around Lake Como so that it attracts more people, and the community around it, the people that live here, they feel more comfortable and are able to look at Lake Como and be happy about where they are. Our current initiatives, we want to take out plants that aren't
Native.
yeah, that aren't native plants, and we want to add native plants so that the environment is more eco-friendly, and we want to add a footpath that's for residents to walk on.
For utilities, we have pipes and storm water. Since these we have pipes are used for bringing water into the gardens and to give water to the plants and trees there. And for the storm water, these pipes need to be preserved because if they freeze in the winter, they can break easily or leak water. And for that, we're going to use a GIS map, which will help us capture, store, and manage different types of geographical data. And this will help us view the area of Lake Como in a more clear manner. For our computer strategies, there are two ways that we can start this off. One way is the GIS map. Like I said, it can help us view the location of Lake Como in a more clear way. And another strategy that we can use is CAD, which will help us sketch and design our ideas into a program that we can use more easily.
This is our idea of redesigning the entire lakefront. As you can see, we have incorporated many elements into our redesignation of the lakefront, such as a walk path that curves around the entirety of the lakefront, and also clings more to the opposite side of the lake so that there's more space for recreation activities and more open areas for wildlife and vegetation.
All those microphones.
Don't be intimidated.
Yeah, you got this.
I want to talk about the walkway. I want to incorporate a honeycomb style pattern for the walkway, and the walkway will begin at an entrance that is where I think Main Street and 3rd Avenue is. I'm not sure. I don't live here. And it will continue to stretch out throughout the entirety of the lakefront, and will end on the opposite side of North Boulevard. And if you can notice, if you notice, the walkway actually mainly takes up the space, takes up the middle area, and even curves to the side of the street, so that there's more space near the side of the lake.
So some of the trees and shrubs that we can include along the lake path.
The micro speaker.
Some of the trees and shrubs that we can include along the
It's on. Speak into it. Like that.
are the sycamore maple tree, inkberry shrub, American beautyberry, pin oak tree, white oak tree, and the beach plum. These will not only help attract pollinators, but they will also help support various species of wildlife.
Now back to the actual design. What I've done here is, now that we talked about the walkway, I'd also like to talk about the other things I've included. Now, a lot of the trees and vegetation around the lakefront most of it has either been taken down or relocated. More specifically, the invasive Bradford type trees replaced with some of the more environmentally beneficial trees that my partner Dulce here was mentioning. Another thing I'd like to talk about are the boat and paddle docks I've included, more specifically. A playground area. 2 new gardens, and these two gardens have their own water filtration systems, so that water will flow from the lake to those gardens because they're too far off from the shoreline. Oh, and I've also included some wildlife areas here for the native trees and plants that my partner here was talking about. Next slide. This is the shoreline. We picked the shoreline that'll edge off with gravel and sand, so that a lot of water just in case of natural disasters will be blocked off and won't destroy some of the vegetation already present here.
The land around the lake should be covered with as much pervious surfaces as possible, because these surfaces help absorb water and will help prevent flooding. And finally, we'll also include biking racks to help attract more people, since people like biking around the area.
Thank you.
Are there any questions?
Oscar, how are you going to get the water from the lake up to the gardens that you envision?
That is a very good question, actually.
Are you going to use a pump, or because?
No, I will incorporate a pump, but the thing is, it hasn't been completely thought out. This was more a last-minute idea I came up with a couple days ago, so I apologize if it doesn't seem very possible.
It's still a concept, right?
Yeah, it's still a concept I think our design could incorporate, but of course we could use some of your opinions and criticisms on the matter.